Almost 2 months have passed since a gunman terrorized the African-American community in East Buffalo, killing 10 people and leaving 3 more hurt. Since then, state government has created new task forces and implemented new laws, including a mandate that all county sheriff departments must implement a threat assessment team. And the goal is to try to identify those who might carry out an act of mass violence and stop it before it actually happens. Good evening, I'm Mary Alice Demler. Scott Levin is off tonight. Well, 2 on your side's Nate Benson joins us now with more details about this new team within the Erie County Sheriff's Office. Nate?
Yeah, good evening, Mary Alice. Earlier today, the Erie County Legislature approved Sheriff Garcia's request for $1 million to create a team whose goal is to identify and stop those who would carry out violent acts before they actually happen.
It's all about eliminating threats, eliminating that violence, that pathway to violence.
There's been a lot of reflection within law enforcement since the domestic terrorist attack at the Jefferson Ave Tops on May 14th. Now, the Erie County Sheriff's Office is creating a behavioral health assessment team comprised of 6 investigators whose primary mission is to...
This is our goal, and it's going to be difficult to quantify, is to prevent a terrorist act like occurred.
The team will work with school districts, nonprofits, and other public-facing organizations that can act as the so-called boots on the ground for the sheriff's office.
You can't say fire in a movie theater. You can't say I have a bomb in an airport. So what we're going to do is, without infringing people's constitutional rights, freedom of speech, and rights to bear arms, is to get ahead of this.
The team will also monitor social media and other corners of the internet. The sheriff being careful to point out the fine line his office will need to walk so civil liberties aren't infringed.
I couldn't help but think of the old Tom Cruise movie Minority Report and, preventing crimes or arresting people before they occur. And, I spoke about that with the sheriff, and, we had conversations with the legislature about that. And, I'm confident that that's not what this is.
Legislator Joe Larigo supported the funding, which came from a fringe account within county government.
A team like this could have been very useful somewhere like Broome County in preventing the tragedy that occurred in Buffalo on May 14th. I applaud the sheriff's office for being proactive at this point, trying to make sure that a situation like this never happens again.
But the internet is vast, oftentimes a wasteland of information that a team of 6 will need to navigate. Something officials from the New York State Police and FBI have told 2 on your side in the past is difficult to monitor, especially for threats before they happen. The top shooter allegedly posting his manifest mere minutes before carrying out the attack. Sheriff Garcia says the framework for federal and state partnerships to monitor online threats has already been laid out.
They have talented people that could do deep dives into this dark web and so forth. So we're going to be working together. Actually, the U.S. Secret Service is going to do the certification, and they're going to do the training free of charge to the Erie County Sheriff's Office. So this is a team concept. We have to strike while the iron is hot and everyone's on board.
Sheriff Garcia says the 6-person team could be in place as early as September. That way they can begin working with school districts to identify threats right as the school year begins. In the Information Center, Nate Benson, Channel 2 News.